Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. And thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning, Janet. Good morning, John. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Anita. It is great to see you guys, as well as everybody else who is watching but not yet left a comment. It is wonderful to see you guys, even if you're just a number on my screen. So if you haven't said hello, drop a comment. Say hello to me. I'll say hello back. Anyways, yeah, we're here to say some nice stuff about us and ultimately to really redefine how we see ourselves, how we perceive ourselves, and the choices that we make in our lives. So, yeah, we're going to have some fun today. I'm going to pull a card off the top of the deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we embody this, as we take control over this, as we take charge, we are building into our own lives. We are changing up our own experience. And ultimately, we are changing the way that we interface with life itself. So let's have some fun. Let's pull a card off the top of the deck and say that today I am colorful. I am colorful. I cultivate beauty wherever I go. So I am colorful. I cultivate beauty wherever I go. Are you colorful? You are colorful. You cultivate beauty wherever you go. I'm going to write that down in the comments. Lauren's already beat me to it, but I am colorful. I cultivate beauty wherever I go. All right, so I've written that in the comments. I encourage you to do the same. As we do that, we are engaging a different part of our brain. It isn't just me telling you this. It's not even just you repeating it after me, but rather it's when we write it down in words, when we actually have to think about this and turn it into some keyboard motions, then it really makes it hit at a deeper level. But we are colorful people. All of us are. I mean, I surround myself with colorful people. I surround myself with characters. I surround myself with folks who are who are living life on their own terms, who are dreaming big and living their dreams. And when it comes right down to it, each and every one of us is always having an effect on the world, no matter where we go, no matter what we do. And so, when we choose to intentionally cultivate beauty, then we are an asset to whatever it is that we touch, wherever it is that we go, whoever it is that we talk to today. Then we are an asset in their world. In order for us to cultivate beauty, we have to understand that cultivating beauty is not about like flipping a light switch or magically changing things to be beautiful all of a sudden. Cultivation is a process. Cultivation takes some time. Cultivation is where, if there's a seed, if there's no seed been planted, then we plant it. If the seed's already been planted but it hasn't been watered, we water it. One of us plants and another one of us waters. And in the end, we all have the ability to bring a little bit more color to this world. And so I am colorful today. You are colorful too. And we cultivate beauty wherever we go. I remember that there was a time in my life where I wasn't entirely sure how I wanted to bring joy into the world, how I wanted to express myself. And so I decided that the first way that I would just start to express myself would simply be to just make sure that the people around me had a good day, that at the very least, their interaction with me was going to be a positive one, that I wasn't going to intentionally bring anybody down, that I wasn't going to intentionally make anybody's life more difficult, that ultimately I felt like it was my responsibility to ensure that, I realized that there were people in the world that every single time that I talked to them, that it built me up, that I thought that, that just even being with these people was always good for me. And I realized that I could be one of these people too. And so I decided to do that. I remember also that, when I've talked to a lot of artists in my life, and I was talking to one of the artists that I know, and And I said, well, how is it that you're inspired to be an artist? What is it that makes you see the world this way? And she said, oh, I just see things that aren't pretty and I make them pretty. And I guess that's what makes me an artist. And the fact that I've somehow managed to get paid for this is, a great blessing in my life, a great asset in my life. And I realized that I could do the same thing, that I could be colorful, that I could cultivate that beauty, even though I didn't necessarily call myself an artist. I didn't at the time make any money doing art stuff. The fact is that I realized that I could just color the world. I could just be that memorable point in somebody's life. And so I am colorful today, and you are colorful too, and we cultivate beauty wherever we go. As we go out today, we have to understand that there's going to be people who are living in a very black and white world. There's going to be people who don't have any color in their life who could really use a little bit of encouragement, who could use a little bit of surreality, who could use a little bit of what it is that we inherently live all the time. And as we go out and as we are able to impact these people, just understand that there are some folks in this world that only you are going to be able to impact today. And so let's make sure that our impact is a positive one, that we really are cultivating that beauty, that wherever we go, that we are bringing a little bit more light into the world, a little bit more love into the world. Sometimes being colorful is expressed in how we dress. Sometimes it's expressed in the words that we say, or just even our actions without even necessarily even needing to use words. It's just us being characters, just us being ourselves. And in order for us to be ourselves, we must know who we are. Just that understanding of who we are is itself a powerful, powerful thing. So I am colorful today. You are colorful too, and so let's cultivate some beauty today. Let's make sure that if there's any part of our life that is not full of vibrancy, full of light, full of life, full of color, that we are paying a little bit of attention to that spot and intentionally cultivating some beauty there. My beautiful friends, this is what we do today. This is what we do every day. I remember once that I was chatting with somebody that I'd never spoken with before, and they said, "Man, you're just a character. You've done all kinds of stuff, and here we are chatting, and I've never actually met anybody like you before. But you're just a character. You just kind of go around life doing whatever you want, and somehow everything works out." And I said, "Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. I go through life doing whatever I want, and it does all sometime work, or it does all work out for the most part." But the reason that it works out is not because I'm special, but rather because I pay attention to the people around me, and because I have a genuine care, a genuine consideration for the folks around me. And so even as I am colorful, even as I am being myself, I also leave space for other people to be themselves as well. I've certainly had the experience in life where somebody was, basically being themselves, but at the same time it was hurting me. But they didn't want to stop because they were just being themselves. But in the end, as we cultivate beauty inside of ourselves and also inside of the people around us. So let's plant those fertile fields. The harvest is indeed ripe, and so let's go out and harvest that harvest. Let's make sure that we are cultivating that beauty, cultivating that color, cultivating that life experience that leads to an even greater life experience that is inside of us as we ultimately continue to proceed toward being the people that we were born to be. So I am colorful today. You are colorful too, and we cultivate beauty wherever we go. It is fantastic again to see you guys here today. Good morning again to Maria and Jan. Good morning to Lauren and John. Good morning, Anita. Let's see here. Who else has come? Who has? Looks like that's everybody who has commented this morning. But yeah, you guys are amazing. You guys really are colorful. I mean, not just in the way that you dress, but also in the way that you live. And so own it today. Own your colorful nature. Own the fact that beauty is everywhere around you. And intentionally choose to make sure that the life that you are living is one that is bringing beauty and vibrancy and light and color through to and through all the people around you. All right, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. at 9 a.m. We will come back with another one of these cards. But until then, just want to remind you, I love you, I care about you, and I think that you are amazing people. And I will talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, I will, just want to say I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you then. Aloha from paradise.